Hey, what up, guys? It's Anit here to bring you some new updates for Patreon, as well as my usual shoutouts. You know, what I always do whenever something new comes up, or when a certain time passes and I need to do a shoutout. So yeah, check on the corner side of the screen. You'll see the new latest additions to Patreon. Anything that you see that interests you, make sure to check it out. And yeah, anyway, let's just get to the shoutout. For the first shout out, as always, Alexander Kraniv. Number 2 is Christopher Wagner. By the way, I'm just saying, by no means is it like one person better than the other from least to great. No, it's not like that. It's just how my Patreon sets it up. But yeah, and next is Cody Fox. Disciple. Sorry if I say your name. Disable, something like that. After that is D Master XD, Ishinglen Enzi, In Need of Church, Crakes, unless it's Cray X, I'm assuming anyway. Next is Lukmal, Pastel, and our newest addition, Snookies13. Appreciate you joining the Patreon. After that is Typhlosion Productions. I don't know why I butchered that, excuse me. But yeah, so that's it for our Patreon so far. Hopefully you and guys decide to join the Patreon, but regardless whether you do or don't, I still love you anyway. So yeah, if you happen to see anything right now on the corner that catches your attention, go over to my Patreon. Link is in the description. And yeah, hopefully to see more of you guys over there, either sooner or later. But yeah, other than that, that's it for the Patreon. See you guys all in the review. Peace. What up, guys? Annie's here, Guild Forever. Going to be reviewing Promare. Fuck, you know what I mean. But yeah, this movie was crazy action packed, which I do like, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I love this movie. It was good. It was a good movie. Is it my favorite movie of all time? No, it's not. And if I were to rate all the movies I've reacted to so far based on the 1K special, I still say the Fate movie Fate Heaven Feels, part 2, I still say that's my number 1 favorite out of all of them. My second favorite is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, and this is last. Yes, last of the 3, as I said, but still a very nice, enjoyable movie. I will admit this though, there's one thing I gotta say about this. If you are not a hardcore Mech fan, or if you are not a Gurren Lagann fan, I highly doubt you will like this movie. Or you'll probably just think it's an okay movie. You wouldn't be crazy head over heels over this movie. I mean, I've watched Gurren Lagann, and I love that anime. I'm a Mech fan, and I gotta say, I enjoyed this, but I'm not crazy hardcore for this. It's cool, but I will say first. Let me start a bit on the. We're gonna go into pros and cons of this movie. So first, let's get the cons out of the way, and then I'll get into the pros. Cons: the animation was very, very distracting. Like, it's hard to get into certain scenes, because there were some scenes that I saw in this movie that felt like they were lacking some frames, or it felt a bit too simplistic, you know what I mean? And even though these scenes did kind of bug me just a little bit, it wasn't there all the time. There was some scenes that looked pretty fluid in animation, and then there's the action scenes. The action scenes are where all the budget went into. The action scenes are the best scenes in this whole movie. And I will say, this movie was epic as hell. By the way, I want to mention this question because I just thought of it right now. Guys, question 1 for this movie. Who would win in a fight, in your honest opinion? Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann, or Gallo de Leon? The form that he took when he was literally the size of a planet. And he did some crazy cosmic level feats. If this mech fought against Gurren Lagann, in your opinion, who would win? And tell me why. Honestly, I don't know, man. Because the thing... Yo, Gallo de Leon, that mech did some crazy shit. It was by far the most craziest things I've seen it do. Like, in my opinion, it's very comparable to Gurren Lagann feats. And to answer that question myself, honestly, I can't really give one. I can't say, dude, because I don't know. That mech did some incredible shit. So, me personally, I'm not sure, but I feel like Tengen Toppa would still take the W, in my opinion, if I had to pick. Question 2. Oh crap, I almost dropped my microphone. Let me think of a good question 2. Question 2 goes hand in hand. Question 2 is, what is your opinion of Gallo, and what is your opinion of Lio, or however you say his name? Bonus question. In your opinion, who was the best character in this whole movie? I feel like people are just going to pick between Gallo and Lio, but I guess on a personal level, who would you consider, if not those two, is the best character in this movie? Obviously, Gallo and Lio are like the best ones. But if I were to pick another MVP that was pretty interesting, I say Ignis, man. Ignis has been taking the fall for these bastards for a while now. And he's like, I'll allow it. Like, he sticks up for his group, man. Like, Ignis really be sticking his necks out for his team. And you can't help but applaud that old man for that. But yeah. Like I said, this movie, so a few of the cons was the animation. Some scenes felt lacking in frames. Another thing, another big one, and this is the biggest one of them all. This felt almost, and now I say almost, too much like Gurren Lagann. It still has a few elements of its own, but when you think about like an apocalyptic kind of feel, it felt like the beginning stages of like, or the end stages of Gurren Lagann the series. From the burnish having these flames that are considered life forms, replace spiral energy for that. And then the mechs. The mechs are pretty much like, yeah, you know, rescuers. Like, they rescue people and whatnot, and and I'm not gonna lie to you, even though, yeah, at first I thought Lio was a girl, but now that I accept the fact that he was a boy, he actually comes off as how can I say his name? The one that helped out Simon toward the end of Gurren Lagann series. What's his name? Viral? Something like that. Starts with a V. He reminds me of him, low-key. While at the same time, Gallo... Like, let's be real, guys. Gallo is literally Kamina. I don't care what you say. Gallo is Kamina. He acts like him, talks similar to him in his patterns. I'm not saying the voices are the same. I'm saying the way he talks is basically Kamina. So of all you guys who liked Kamina but hate the fact that he died in the Gurren Lagann series too soon, well, here you go. You get Kamina. You know what I feel what happened? Kamina literally died. Like, when he died in the Gurren Lagann anime, he transmigrated over here to Promare and literally whoop some ass. Literally, it was that. Overall, though, I do feel like another con is the story was everywhere. The story was everywhere. It was kind of a mixed bag of things. Like, first it's this. I mean, I will have to admit, the guy named Cray, I kind of had a feeling he was a bad guy. He looked way too nice. He looked way too positive. And you know, characters that are way too positive, usually underneath, they're pieces of shits. And I was right. I had a feeling he was bad from the very beginning. I don't know. There was just something about him that didn't felt right. And I just gotta say, the doctor showing up toward the end was very random. That was a way for the story to reveal, because here's the thing. Even though Cray is legitimately a bad guy, they wanted to make it official with the old man showing evidence of what he did. So yeah, in my opinion, like, the old man was random. The mech suit was sick. Like, it was awesome. And Gallo, oh man. Anyway, so let's just get into the pros. Gallo and Leo working together was by far the best thing in this whole movie. Their teamwork is what brought this movie to an epic conclusion. And that's, I guess, how you can say how it kind of correlates pretty closely to Gurren Lagann. The way how it ends in an epic fashion, very Gurren Lagann-ish. But still, overall, once again, it was very enjoyable. The characters felt nostalgic because they felt a lot like Gurren Lagann characters. Aina felt a lot, and I mean a lot, like Yoko. Gallo was literally Kamina. And I don't know, some people can twist and turn it any way you want, but I think Leo felt more like, how can I say this, viral. And some people might argue, well, don't you think he feels more like Simone? The way how him and Gallo work together? Yeah, it did kinda, but at the same time, that guy's personality is nothing like Simone's. Like, Simone is way more confident. He's way more... He honestly, like, Gallo was the closest to Simone's personality. But let's be real. Simone adopted that trait from Kamina. So Kamina is the genuine article, the original. So I feel like it's better to say that this guy was more so Kamina. Besides, he looked a lot like he looked... Yo, that was... The design-wise, it was Kamina all over. All over. Everything about this guy just speaks Kamina. The mech designs. The mech designs were one of the best I've seen. They were pretty good. I will admit, most of the mechs did give off a lot of Transformers vibes. The way how they transform all the time. But it was cool. It was really cool. I just wish they exploited that more into the movie. Even though most of this movie, it feels like it didn't really focus, like, it kind of rushed the history of the Promare. Like, you know, like, the Burnish and their powers. They kind of rushed the little history lesson there for them. I get it. The movie is an hour and something, less than 2 hours long, but close to 2 hours long. But if you want to add history and worried about time, just increase the duration of the movie. And there you go. That way, we understand more about the Burnish and their powers, while at the same time actually caring about the history. Because me personally, like, I only care in a sense of finding out that Cray was a piece of shit. But really, I don't really care for that old man. Neither the you know, fuck, what's it's called, the Burnish power, and everything else. But if I were to say, again, as I stated, I'm not sure, again, This is definitely not like the best movie known to man, or even up there, in my opinion. But it was enjoyable. I feel like, in my opinion, the people that would like this the most are Gurren Lagann fans. Like, if you love Gurren Lagann and you need something else similar to Gurren Lagann, this might be as close as you can get, maybe. In regards to characters, feeling nostalgic. I mean, you watching this movie alone, you will get nostalgic vibes, feeling that there are characters that are written fairly similar to the ones in Gurren Lagann. So if you can enjoy that, at least in a movie, you'll love this. You'll like it a lot. Mech fans, I can probably see liking this, but I feel like this is more caters towards Gurren Lagann fans, in my honest opinion. But so far, what do you guys thought of the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was there certain things in the movies that you felt like they could have done better? But for you, what was the #1 highlight of the whole movie? What made the movie the movie? What made it special, in your honest opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. Anyway, that's it for me. See you guys in the next video. Peace.